You know, I really like God of War, and
Meet V. He makes YouTube videos for a living, where he records his raw thoughts on certain topics, and sometimes plays the lead in controversial movies. Now, V made a video about how much the new God of War is going to suck, and even though there is a lot of similar dumb takes about it on the internet, his might be the most obtuse I've seen from anyone with a platform who talks about stuff for a living.
and because of that, I was really disappointed when I found out that the new game is going to be written by none other than Anthony Birch,
Written by Anthony Birch is a strong way to put it.
who is very nefarious on the internet for all the wrong reasons. I believe the main point of concern that many internet dwellers have with him is that he was in an open relationship with his wife and used wokeness as a shield in order to deflect from criticism.
Alright, V over here fumbles his point entirely, even though he's just a Google search away from an actual point. So, I will let another internet personality with an open relationship to explain part of the reason why this Birch guy is a bit of a meme.
This guy is like, I fucking hate this guy because this guy is everything wrong with trying to push equality like in any kind of arena. I've been told once or twice that the bisexual or gay characters I wrote for Borderlands 2 were arbitrary and forced. This is 100% true. Did it hurt the story? Maybe. I'd like to think that I knew this might have been a problem when I wrote the characters in the first place, that by making the cast more diverse and drawing attention to it, I'd be making the story worse. On the upside though, and this is going to sound tremendously arrogant, while arbitrarily diverse casts might make the story worse, they make the world better. Not the in-fiction world either. I mean, you know, the world, the actual one, the one you and I are in, real life. If you want an example of the kind of shoehorning shit this Anthony Birch guy does, this is probably the most well-known example.
People want lasers, not explosions!
No, I really do like explosions. You're great.
Really? Well, I like you now. Do you want to go out?
Sorry, I'm not into guys.
Friend zone! Hey, is Athena telling the story about the light reactor thingy? I'd like to just point out that I was in a dark place back then, and I know that friend zoning is an imaginary and misogynistic way of looking at relationships. You guys know what I mean.
Please go away.
That kind of shit, like, feels a little bit awkward, man. Not too sure, man. And that kind of stuff is all, like, that's 100% Anthony Birch right there. Like,
Also, he apparently was indeed in an open relationship. The wife was getting some, he was getting none. I mean, look at him. And when they got divorced, she took his Wii U. Hence, the meme was born alongside this upbeat tune. Story time over.
So yeah, you know, like with that in mind, I expected that the writing would resemble some of that, and I have no idea how he is going to write a game that's literally oozing with hypermasculinity and toxicity, which is the character of Kratos.
Yes, V. Lil Birch is the one and only responsible for writing the entire game's story. Which means if you're wrong and the story is good, he should get all the props as the sole responsible, because surely that's how it works.
I'm fine, you know, like maybe the gameplay is good and I can just skip the story, I don't care, whatever. But then, what the fuck? What is this? What is it with the Marvel bullshit? Like, why is it that every single progressive writer has to copy Marvel?
Marvel, creators of the concept of anthropomorphic characters.
Make your own stuff! Like, do you guys not have your own imagination? Do you not use your head to picture yourself into fantastic worlds and imagine your own shit? Why are you always, like, taking stuff that's popular? It's like, what's popular? Oh yes, Marvel, let's take that.
Tony here not only writes the entirety of the new God of War, he's the director too.
My fucking god, you know, like, okay, I'm pretty sure that maybe, it is possible that it's not what it seems in this poster, but you're showing me the post! What am I supposed to make with this? You showed me the poster before the game is out. It is on my screen now. I am looking at it. Why? It speaks to me. And it speaks Marvel. Why does it speak Marvel in a God of War game? Do you think like the thing that God of War needs is a comedy relief character? What is up with the woke and their fucking comedy relief? You know, the quirky character, it has to be there, doesn't it? Like, it always has to fucking be there in every single genre. Like, I am willing to bet that if Anthony Birch would write a horror game or something disturbing, like incredibly disturbing, like the video game Manhunt, if you guys remember, okay? I can't even show pictures on YouTube with that.
Coward.
They would have comedy relief characters in them. Like, they just can't help it. It needs to have, like, the comedy relief character. This is worse than making it woke. This is worse than identity politics. This is worse than, like, putting in the female character that's literally good at everything, that is perfect in every fucking way, that all the men are incapable and dumb around her, right? And you make a story like that. And, putting the comedy relief character is even worse. Can't believe I'm saying that, but it is.
I can't believe you're saying that either. That's just really stupid. Now look, I never played Borderlands 2, but I don't need to either. This is the list of writers for this game. This also worked on the previous game. Here's our friend Tony. And God of War is Sony's best regarded franchise, so it is safe to say Anthony Burch is probably gonna be under control. The most irritating part of all of this is, if God of War Ragnarok happens to have an actual good story, I really doubt this high-pitched VTuber will ever set the record straight. Nope, game bad, trust me, and look it up, and B, go watch my movie.